Neb and Sandy, 12 to 3, Saturday. Brought to you by Ariah Park Hotel.
TEM FM 102.5 Temora, 106.9 Area Park.
Now I'm going to play one more song from Tom Curtin, and then we are going to go to a gentleman who I don't know that much about. His name is Jeremy, I'm going to say it very Tajay-ish, Krugel, because I don't know how to pronounce his name, and I'll get him to explain that. But I'm not sure where he comes from, but I know that he has an interest in Ariah Park, and we'll have a chat with him about that after we play Tom Curtin, Where the Pindon Meet. And that is where we say farewell to Tom Curtin, and hopefully, hello, Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy. It's Sandy and Nev from TEM FM. How you going?
Yeah, you're doing well. How are you?
I'm doing very well. A little confused today. I've got too much happening, but there you go. That's my problem. Now, tell me about all that you're doing.
With the robots.
The robots and Spark at the park, and yeah, just what are you doing?
Yeah, sure. So at the moment, I'm trying to get a little bit robotics group put together here in Ariah Park, where I live. So I've talked to the Ariah Park Projects Committee, and they were kind enough to put some funding towards 2 of the Lego Spike Prime robots for the youth hall. So I've got those robots here. And then we've had some very kind person donate some old iPads to us, which we can use to program the robots. And the men's shed is building a little challenge competition table for us to use the robots on. And that's all part of something called the First Robotics Club and the Lego League Challenge. So what they do each year is they create a little course where you have to create a robot that interacts with all kinds of Lego pieces, whether it's pushing or pulling things around or lifting things up. And so the people in the robotics clubs have to design their robots sort of with engineering challenges and building with Lego to make interactive robots, and then program them to do it all autonomously. So it's kind of a really cool thing, and I'm hoping that it'll catch on here in Ariah Park and tomorrow as well.
So this is something for the young people. So what ages are you going for?
So I'm sort of gearing towards the 9. It's grades 4 to 8, so I think that's 9 to 16 around,
Okay.
depending on.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's sort of that late primary, high school age.
Yeah.
The robots are really accessible. I mean, if you can build Lego, you can build these robots.
Don't they fall apart though? I mean, I know that's a naive question, but if they move around, don't they fall apart?
No, they're quite robust. I know when I was growing up, there was sort of Lego.
Yeah.
And then there was something called Meccano, which I think was a bit more robust.
That's
and I guess
it,
this
yeah.
is sort of in the middle,
Okay.
if you will.
Yeah.
So the parts are quite hardy. Each robot has a couple of motors, I think maybe 3 motors, a couple of sensors, and you can click them all together and make the robot do what you want. So it's kind of fun.
Okay, well, tell me a little bit about yourself, Jeremy.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. What was your question?
No question. You just go.
I'm originally from Canada, recently got my citizenship, I think in May.
Oh,
so now I'm
congratulations.
Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And living in Ariah Park, where I've met my beautiful wife, and we're celebrating our 1st year anniversary today.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good.
So
And,
you've been got now.
I've been got, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, she's a keeper and you're a keeper. That's all good. Okay,
That's
go
right.
on.
That's right. Yeah, and so, maybe a couple of years ago, I was working at the Wagga Art Gallery, and I'd always had an interest in robotics, and so I bought one of those sort of learn to do robotics kits off Amazon or something, maybe for $50, and really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. A lot of problems and problem solving, a bit of engineering, and when you're learning on your own and it's just sort of one problem after another, and as you solve them, you gain a bit more knowledge, and it's just heaps of fun. And so from that, I went and attended a TAFE course on Python programming, which is what these Lego robots can use as well.
Yep.
Python, which is just a programming language. And just thought, oh, wow, this is really something that people need to get into. And I can really see how it's going to be a big part of the future, like 3D printing and that type of thing.
Yes, they actually used that on the weekend for the bash. They had some 3D printing from the school. So I think this technology is super important for kids to get in on. And I support that. My brother, who's back home, has 3 kids, and I like to buy them these types of things. So, I've purchased a telescope for them and a 3D printer, and just to keep it in the back of their head that this technology is really important, and that's sort of the direction we're going to be going. And so, with the Robotics Club, we could definitely do 3D printing as something as well. Yeah, well, what I've got to, I'm going to put you to the test of an Australian with the next question.
Yes.
What do you do for a crust?
A crust?
Yeah, what do you do for crust?
I'm going to assume that means working with a day job.
That's exactly right. Well done, you passed.
I like it. I'm currently the manager of the Tomorrow Arts Centre.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh wow! Okay, so I've seen your name cropping up there, and
yes,
yeah. No, that's amazing. So you're very arty.
I'm pretty arty. I think I've been fortunate in sort of my jobs along the way. I went to university for mathematics and computer science, but in order to pay for that, I did carpentry, and so. Everywhere I've gone, people have really just been interested in the carpentry rather than the math. And so that just led me to a job in the arts industry, building crates in Melbourne. And then I learned that sort of art handling and a bit of curation and things like that. And for the last 5 years, I've been working at the Wagga Art Gallery as their technician. So I'm still a casual technician for them, but I've shifted now to the Tomorrow Arts Centre where I spend a lot of time.
So when are we going to have these workshops happening? When do you think?
With the robots? Well, I did a little shout out. I was at the Bash in Ariah Park on Sunday and talked to some parents, and they said just reach out on Facebook and sort of get a census. And so it looks like Wednesday nights around 4 p.m.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm going to open up the Ariah Park Youth Hall starting this Wednesday and see how we go.
Now, if you get a really desperate adult, will you allow them to come and have a look?
Absolutely. So the robots, the competition is for that age group, that sort of 9 to 16.
That's the competition.
But the club and the team isn't limited by age.
Oh, excellent. No, I was going to send Never Long, that's all.
definitely come, because I think it's super interesting and it's very approachable. Anyone can sort of learn the basics in the first few minutes, and then it's just sort of problem solving as you go.
Even a Parkinson's sufferer?
Even a Parkinson's sufferer, for sure.
Can
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It would probably be really therapeutic, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I encourage adults to come as well.
Good.
And just have a play and see what you think. But the youth hall is actually pretty well set up. Because we've got, I was there maybe last weekend just tidying it up a bit, and there's table tennis, and Cherie, who works for council in the youth department, I've picked up some new table tennis paddles and balls.
You've got heaps to do there. It sounds good, and it'd be great if everyone could come along and meet Jeremy too, wouldn't it? That's just I missed you at the bash. I was just everywhere. So now we've got the Spark at the Park.
Spark at the Park, yeah. So we had this last year. Did you come last year by any chance?
Yes, I did. We absolutely found it fascinating. Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's going to be the same but different again this year. Last year we kept it really sort of close to home, and it was a celebration for Ariah Park. This year we're definitely going to push it a little more. Come out from Temora, West Wyalong, wherever you are. Come enjoy Spark at the Park with us.
I see what you mean. Yeah, we need to get it out there. It's well worth the trip. A lot of people did come from Temora last year. Actually.
And I think this year it's going to be a little bit different and a bit more fun. And the exciting thing is that from Spark at the Park last year, we secured some funding to buy our own projector bike, which, if you remember, it was one of the bikes we were winding around. So we've actually got that now. I'm looking at it right now, and it's got some speakers with it and some microphones. And so a feature of the Spark at the Park will be Area Park's very own projector bike.
And you really get the young people involved, don't you?
Yeah. So with that, on that note, with projector bike, hopefully through the youth hall, I'll be engaging with some kids to do some animation on iPads and things like that, which we'll then use during the Spark of the Park festival.
So
we've got
Friday the 15th. It's the actual Spark in the Park at the park.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then on the Saturday we've got Strip Back, which is the rock and roll group, and they're at Area Park Bowling Club from 7:30 till 11:30. Now, Area Park is always sport for choice, so we also have at the Area Park Hotel from 3 p.m. open mic, kids karaoke, and 6 p.m. open range, which is Phil Moroney and Pete Hardwick. So the place is just absolutely, rock and roll,
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great weekend.
Yeah, and we're always booked for choice in Area Park. Now, let's just say again when you think that your club is going to be happening on, it's Wednesday, is it?
Wednesdays, I'm going to try to make it consistent. Wednesdays at 4 p.m.
Yep.
So just come in, and you don't have to be interested in the club. Just come to the youth hall. By all means, I'd be excited if someone wants to come in and do robots.
When does this start, Jeremy?
This Wednesday. I'm not sure what day that is.
Okay. 14th, 15th, 16th.
16th, yes, the 16th. So Wednesday the 16th at 4 p.m. at the youth hall.
So for those who don't know, where's the youth hall?
Oh, I don't know the address, but it's right between the swimming pool and the skate park. Right,
there you go. Yeah, because we find that coming into Area Park, everyone assumes you know their number, where they live, and all that. And
I don't. I'm pretty new to Area Park, so I don't know that much about it. But
okay, mate. Now, look, I'll tell you what. We're going to be pushing this on our show, and I'm sure that Tony will, and the other presenters. But we are excited to have you. Now, have you ever thought about volunteering in a radio station?
Oh, I've thought about it before. Are you guys looking for people? I think it could be something exciting.
Definitely need help. Yeah.
That would be something interesting. Actually, it might be good to do a little technology or something.
I'll have a chat with you and put you on to the right people, because I know the right people.
Sounds good.
Yes, I hope that the right person is listening with a smile on his face at the moment. We'll have a chat about that. There's so much to do, always, isn't there?
Always, but it's heaps of fun. It's heaps of fun. It's a great community. I've been in Wagga for a while, and now that I've shifted to Area Park in Temora, I'm just always blown away by how supportive and amazing the community is. So.
It is fantastic, and you know what? Yeah. I just avoid going to Wagga because it's not Area Park.
That's right.
Is the families anything to send the kids?
Not at all. Not at all. Come down and have a good time. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. What else can you say? Okay. Thank you very much, perfect. Jeremy. And
Thank you very much.
We'll have a chat if I may not hang up quite very well, so give me time and don't say anything rude.
Okay. No worries.
Take
care,
you for
having
mate.
Me.
Bye.
Neb and Sandy, 12 to 3, Saturday. Brought to you by Area Park Hotel.
TEM FM 102.5 Temora, 106.9 Area Park.